Come on. Testing. Testing. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel today, and today we have another Birmingham Barons franchise episode, and today we're taking on the Jackson Generals for the second game of the series. And before I get into this game, I'm going to show you the next day off for the Charlotte Knights is going to be in a week. So we have to play through the Jackson series and then most of this Smokies series, because when that happens, we're going to be sending two of our players up to the Charlotte Knights, and then they're going to be sending two of our players down. So in that time, we're going to kind of evaluate who is going to go up there and who's going to stay down here and who's going to come down here. As of right now, I'm hoping for a outfielder, but it's going to be kind of hard to tell who we are going to take right now. But with that being said, let's get into this game. We're going to be seeing Blake Battenfield again. He had an incredible game last time we saw him, and it's kind of hard not to have him play, because when you have a 10 strikeout day, that's kind of just really hard to not have that be your second man. So with that being said, we're 5-1 on the season so far, which is really good. I'm really kind of worried about their pitching and their defense again. It was lights out for them last time, and they got 10 strikeouts in a game against us. So that's a little worrisome. So Josh Green's going to be taking the mound in this one. He's played 6.2 innings. He's allowed 7 hits and has 9 strikeouts. Yet again, a similar matchup between the two pitchers. And to start off, we have the one and only Ronald Escalona, who's put up a 320 average so far, which is really good. Wondering if he's going to get called up soon. So he hits this one out left, and that will be caught by the left fielder for the out. So our starting lineup today is going to be Escalona at second, Jang at left, Reid at first, Skull for designated hitter, Rodolfo at center field, catcher is going to be Mercedes today, and Tom Shu is going to be right field. Tim Beckham will be the shortstop, and Remillard will be our third baseman. To bat, probably one of the more solid players we've seen so far as he swings at this curveball. He's a little inconsistent out in the outfield, but his batting really kind of makes up for it. But he's definitely a key piece to this team, as he's going to look at a slider there for the ball. So far, we're starting off this season pretty strong with 5 wins, as it's going to be yet another ball. And it's really cool to see that we can put up some runs and also have a good have good defense within these games. He's going to look at another ball there. It's going to put him up 3-1 in the count here, as Jang is probably one of the more patient hitters we have on the team compared to just about anyone else. And he's going to look at a strike there, as he possibly could have hit that, but he takes it, and that will make it a 3-2 count. He's going to swing at this one, pop it up, and the right fielder is going to run and make the catch for the second out of this inning. Up to bat now, we have Reid, who's just really been a power hitter for us. Definitely getting a lot of home runs, definitely proving that he's worth that call up. He's going to swing and foul that slider off. That's the little graphic showing. He was picked in the second round back in 2014, and his career has really not been working out the way he'd hoped. He's going to hit this, and that'll bounce out to the second baseman, and he will make the throw in the out, the third of the top of the first. So today we're going to be taking a look at Blake Battenfield, who played 6 innings last game. only about 2 or 3 games ago is when we saw him. 2 games ago. So he's going to be a little tired, but we definitely hope to get him for a few innings. He's going to start off here by getting him foul off, making it an 0-1 count. Kevin Merrill here is up to bat, and he's going to look at a curveball there, and that will be a 1-1 count. Blake Battenfield probably has the most potential out of all the pitchers besides Pilkington. Pilkington's still our guy for right now, and he's definitely that's going to be hit past the third baseman, and Jang's going to be out there to stop him, and that's going to be thrown to second, and he will get a double out of that, as that's not what we wanted. That'll be Kevin Merrill's second of the season. Carroll's going to look at a ball there, as it's an 1-0 count now, as he's going to foul that one off, making it 1-1. But our top 2 pitchers are definitely got the most potential, and I'd really like to see them do big things, as he's going to foul that one off there, and he's now down 1-2 in the count. He's going to swing and miss there, as that's a strikeout. Blake Battenfield's first of the day and his 11th on the season. Tolia's up to bat now, as he is 0 for 1, the count is 0-1, and he's really just not been batting that well this season, as he's posted a .150 average to this point. And this is going to be popped up to the center fielder, and Rodolfo will be there to make the catch, as that will likely tag up the runner, and he will throw to third, as that was a great throw by Rodolfo, showing off the arm, even though they prevented the runner from going. The starting lineup for the Generals is Merrill and Carroll, and Tolia, who we've seen already, as Hunter Bishop will be center field, Drew Ellis at third, Robinson at left, Mergolio at catcher, Greer, and then Golly Cribbs Jr. to round off that batting order. As this will be popped up, and this will be just a routine play, as he will be thrown. I guess that was just a terrible throw there. I believe that was Tim Beckham that made that throw, which is not what he needs to be doing if he wants to get called up. So that'll put a runner at first and third now, and it's a 1-0 count, as this will be popped up to AJ Reid, who will make the catch and run to first and tag him out for the third out. Up to bat now we have Matt Skoll, who really hasn't been the best batter on this team, but he's definitely had probably the most amount of solid hits, as he's going to swing at that fastball there and foul it away. Matt Skoll, yet another one of those players whose career just hasn't quite panned out how he'd like. AJ Reid was the first so far, and they're just looking to hopefully get climbing up the organization here pretty soon and make that big league team. And that's going to be a high fastball here, and Skoll's not going to swing at that, making it a 2-1 count. Skoll's going to swing at this one. He's going to get great contact on that, and that will fall just foul, as Robinson was giving it chase out there. And that would have been a great hit had it been just a couple inches over to the right. 2-2 now here. Skoll's going to foul that sinker off, keeping it at a 2-2 count. And fouling that off to keep the at-bat alive, and it's still 2-2. He's going to yet again foul it off, and that will keep it at 2-2. This team definitely has a few players on there where their career hasn't quite panned out to how they want it, and Skull will be thrown out here, and that will be the first out of the second inning. Tim Beckham, AJ Reid, and Matt Skull are a few. They really kind of want to turn it around here, and this is a good place to start, as none of them are on the 40-man roster, so it's really kind of a proving point for them. Rodolfo's going to swing at the first pitch here, as that's going to be hit towards center field, and that will be a hit on the first pitch that Miker sees, as he's really just kind of starting to really warm up here, as he started off really sluggish, but he's been like catching fire lately. He's gotten a few home runs. He's been great defensively for us, and he's starting to really pick up the bat. He's up to bat now. We have Yerman Mercedes, who's really kind of not had the best year so far. He's going to look at a curveball there, which will be a ball. Yerman's kind of hoping to turn it around so he can also climb up the ranks, but that is unlikely if he keeps up this batting. He swings a lot of at a lot of balls that he probably shouldn't, as he hits this right up the middle past the second baseman, as Rodolfo was thinking about heading to third, but he doesn't, which is probably for the best, as he stays at second, and now we have a runner at first and second. That ends the little mini slump that Yerman was going through there, as he is now 1 for 1 on the day. Up to bat now, we have Damek Tomsha, who's probably one of the more solid hitters we have on the team, posting a .476 average up to this point. He's going to look at a fastball there that's just inside for a ball. Tomsha's very well likely possibly going to get called up in this next batch if he keeps up this performance, as he gets a nice hit there, as that's hit right towards the center fielder, as that will make the bases loaded here with only 1 out. Up to bat now, we have Tim Beckham, which he has an opportunity to get his first grand slam of the season, which is very well likely because he's a power hitter for us, as he's going to pop this one up to the center field, and the runner Miker Rodolfo is going to run home, and he will not be able to get him, and that will be the first run, and that will be an RBI for Tim Beckham, and we will take the lead 1-0. Up to bat now, we have Zach Remillard with 2 outs so far in the second inning, and he's also yet another hitter that's just had a great season so far, as he's going to not swing at that, and that will be a ball. Remillard's really kind of caught fire, same with Rodolfo in the later half of the later parts of the season so far, as he's going to look at a strike there, as that was a very generous call for the pitcher, making it a 1-1 count. And with the call downs, I'm really going to look to fill out some needed depth here, as he's going to swing and miss at that, making it a 1-2 count. One of which could be an outfielder, which we really need, as we put Nate Nolan out there when Miker Rodolfo was taking his day off, as Remillard's going to swing at that, and he's going to foul that one off. But yeah, we really need some outfield depth, because having 2 outfielders, and Damek Tomsha, who's not really an outfielder, playing that is not good, as Remillard's going to get a really nice pop to the bat here, but not far enough, as Christian Robinson will make the catch out, ending this second inning. Christian Robinson's going to be up to bat now, who he has a lot of potential, and he's super young too, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with his career. So going to an 0-1 count here. He's going to swing and miss at that, as he's 0-2 now. And he's going to get him to swing and miss at that, as that's going to be Blake Battenfield's second strikeout of the day, 12th on the season. That's going to be hit on over to Remillard, as he will make the throw to the tag and get the runner out. Anthony Greer is going to swing and miss at that, making it an 0-1 count. Yet another outfielder with some potential, and fairly young too, as he's going to swing at that curveball and miss. This Generals team has a lot of good talent, as it's going to be called a ball, making it a 1-2 count. They have a lot of talent that can possibly make the Diamondbacks team eventually, is that's going to be fouled off. The one that I'm mostly convinced will make that is Christian Robinson. He will swing and miss at that, as that will be the 3rd strikeout of the day for Blake Battenfield, the 13th of the season. Ronald Escalona is up to bat now, as he's 0 for 1 on the day so far. And definitely, we're definitely making this pitcher work, as we're showing a lot of patience in the at the plate this game, whereas before we really were kind of just a hit when you see the ball kind of team, which is not a way to win ball games. It's really good to see that our patience is kind of coming around, as Escalona will not swing at that curveball, so it will just get inside the zone and be a strike. Escalona's going to look at a sinker there, and that'll be just outside the zone for a ball, making it 2-2. I feel like Escalona is really just all around a solid player to have on your team, as he's going to pop this one up, and that will be caught by the second baseman there, Golly Cribbs, and that will be an out. Up to bat now we have William Jang, who in his first at bat went he missed getting to the plate, as he's going to hit this one, as that will go and leave the yard, as that's his first home run on the season, giving us a 2-0 lead. Congratulations, Jang, on getting your first home run of the season. It was about time, as he hits it 406 feet. It's definitely been a little while since we've seen a home run from this club, but it's good to see that we're back with the home run from Jang, as he actually hits it out of the park. Just barely, but still enough to get out of the park, which is great to see. To bat now, we have a person who could very well do the same thing, AJ Reid, with his power bat, as he's going to look at a curveball there, and he's going to swing and miss, as it's now an 0-1 count. Oh, 1 now. AJ Reid's going to look at a fastball that's high and up, and that will be fouled off, making it 0-2. After getting those 5 home runs, AJ Reid's really kind of calmed down a little bit, but he still definitely has that pop in his bat, as they say he swung at that, but he didn't, as he got hit by the pitch, so they're saying he swung and missed and got hit at the same time, therefore making it a strikeout. But it didn't look like he broke his wrists on that play at all, as Matt Skull's going to hit it towards the first baseman, and that'll wrap up this inning. That was a very questionable call, and instead that will be the final out of that inning. Golly Cribbs Jr. is up to bat now. He's going to foul this one off to start off the at-bat. Golly Cribbs Jr. definitely has a lot of scoring abilities. You see there in his past couple games, he's scored 3 runs, which is a lot over 2 games, and it's definitely posing himself as a threat against these teams. And defensively, you've seen in last game and this game, he's been making some plays against us. He's going to pop this one foul, making the 2-2 count. He's going to swing and miss at that curveball there. That's Blake Battenfield's 4th strikeout of the day and his 14th of the season. He's not quite on pace to have 10 this game, but he is still having a pretty good game, as that will be called a ball, as it looks like the umpires are really just in Jackson's just calling all the calls in their favor, and it looks like that will be fouled off for a 1-1 count, as that'll be fouled off yet again, and again the 1-2 count. He's going to get him to hit this on over to Remillard, who will make the throw, and out goes Merrill. Up to bat now we have Carroll, and he's 0 for 1 on the day so far, as he's hoping to get on base. He's going to foul this fastball off here from Blake Battenfield. Corbin Carroll, as you see there, is a first overall pick from last year's draft, as he's really kind of hoping to show that he's worth being at that major league level. He's going to swing and miss at that fastball, making it a 1-0 count. Or 1-2 count, sorry. Blake Battenfield's going to get him to swing and miss with that changeup, as that's going to be the 5th strikeout today. And just like that, he's at his 15th of the season, and that'll also end this inning. Up to bat now, we have Mike Rodolfo, who got a really nice hit in his last one on the day. As Josh Green is nearing 40 pitches so far, as he's going to run and make this throw, and he will get Rodolfo out, as he almost didn't get that, as that bounced off of his glove, and he was a little shaken up from it by the looks of it. To bat now, we have Yerman Mercedes, who's 1 for 1 on the day. Hopefully going to add to that, as he's going to hit this one. That's going to go out towards Christian Robinson, who's not going to move much and will make the out. To bat now, we have Dan McTomsha, who's also 1 for 1 on this day, and he is going to go against Josh Green, who's actually his 41st pitch already, which seems a lot for the pitchers that we play this early. As Tomsha is going to hit this one over to right, and that will be caught by Greer out in the right field, and that will be the final out of the top of the 4th inning. Michael Tolia is up to bat now, as he's going to hit this on over to Tim Beckham, who's going to scoop it up and throw him out, as that's going to be the first out of this 4th inning. To bat now, we have Hunter Bishop, who's 0 for 1 on the day so far. I believe he struck out in his first appearance. He's going to take this strike here, and he's going to be down 0-1 in the count now. He's going to hit this right to AJ Reid, who makes the catch, and that's going to be the second out of this 4th inning, as Blake Battenfield is kind of just cruising through this team right now. That's going to be a called strike, as that's going to be an 0-1 count now. Blake Battenfield's not really had the success in the strikeout numbers he did in the first game. He's going to get him to swing and miss at that slider there. But he's still definitely having a really solid day. This is going to get him to hit this over to Escalona, who is going to throw to AJ Reid, who still gets the tag even though he was thrown off the base. And just like that, that'll wrap up this 4th inning, as that was very limited number of pitches that we saw from Blake Battenfield in that inning. To bat now here, Tim Beckham, who had a sac fly in his last appearance, so he's an RBI, and he's technically not recorded in that bat, as he's going to swing at this sinker here, and that will be an 0-1 count for him. Being the number 1 overall pick in the 2008 draft, he really kind of let down a lot of different teams, as that's going to be swung and missed on from a slider, as the Rays were really kind of hoping for him to be something special, and he kind of bounced around on minor league teams, and then finally had some appearances in the MLB, as he'll foul this one off. And his last season with the Mariners up at the major league level, he was he played about half the season, as he's going to swing at this one in the dirt, but then that'll be the first out, and he ended up getting suspended off of PED use, so he's definitely looking to show that he's matured and is ready for another major league spot. Zach Remillard is going to look at a high fastball here, as I think he was just trying to get him to swing at that, as he will be looking at a 1-0 count now. Remillard is going to swing at this one here, as that's going to be hit towards Christian Robinson, and he will not quite make that catch, as he's going to be that's going to be hit off of the wall, and just like that, Zach Remillard will cruise in for a double, his first of the season actually, as I don't believe he really hits that far, and if he does, it's usually just a single and advances the runners. To bat now, we have Ronald Escalona, and he is 0 for 2 on the day so far, a fly out and a pop out, as he's really kind of hoping to take this around, as he's going to hit this to center field, and that will get Remillard to third, as this will be thrown home, but we will not advance Remillard past third base. So we have William Jang, who's 1 for 2 with a home run in this game, his first of the season. Definitely feeling confident out there on the plate, as he's going to swing at this slider here and miss, and making it an 0-1 count. As I was saying earlier, William Jang is definitely a solid player. I don't know that the Knights at AAA are really eyeing him to come up, but he's still definitely got all the pieces that he'd need to succeed at pretty much any level, I feel like. As he's going to swing at this fastball and foul it off. An 0-2 count here. William Jang is going to swing at this slider and miss, and that will be a strikeout, as he's now 1 for 3. And that'll be Josh Green's 3rd strikeout of the day. To that we have AJ Reid, who's 0 for 2, kind of hoping for just any hit at this point, as he's going through another slump. He started the season off 0 for 6, and he's kind of picked it up, and as it shows there in his past 4 games, he's actually had a pretty good average, plus 400 average, and he's looking at an 0-2 count now, as he should not have swung at that last one, and that will make it runners at first and third with an 0-2 count with 2 outs, and he will foul this one off, and he's really just kind of hoping to get that runner home and get that RBI. And he will hit this over to second base, and just like that, they will get him out, and that will be the final out of the top of the 5th inning. Off to bat, we have Christian Robinson, who's 0 for 2 on the day so far. 0 for 1, sorry, as he's going to let that slider hit the strike zone for a strike. He's going to swing at this, and Escalona will be there to make the throw, and AJ Reid will be there to catch it for the first out. The overall goal is to hope that we can get some hits towards defenders, and that's not exactly what I was talking about, as Rodolfo will stop it from becoming a double. I was going to say I was hoping for some contact instead of wasting all of his energy right at the moment, but Anthony Greer is up to bat as he swings and misses at that. So it looks like we might have to get him to strike out and possibly even start warming up new pitchers, as he's going to swing and miss at that fastball. As you can see, Blake Battenfield's power is starting to go, or velocity is starting to go down a little bit, as that was fouled off. He will get him to swing and miss there, as that will be the 6th strikeout today and his 16th on the season. He's averaging 8 strikeouts per game. That'll be a ball there, as Gally Cribbs Jr. is up to bat now, and he's 0 for 1 on the day, as he's going to look at a strike there, and that will be a 1-1 count. As he's gonna, they say he swung at that. I think it's because he leaned a little bit too much, and that will be called a strike. And this will be popped up to Escalona, who will not make the catches. This is going to be an errant throw here, but Remillard is there to stop it from going any further, and the runners will just be at first and second. This will be hit on over to Mike Rodolfo, who will be out there in center field to make the catch, and just like that, the bottom of the 5th inning has ended, and there will not be a run scored by the Generals. And with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the bullpen. Let's get Robio warmed up. His ERA has definitely come down since that last game that he played. And then Cody Hewer really needs to get that ERA down. So he's looking at a 54 ERA, as he'll likely be the guy that comes in to to pitch in this upcoming inning. As Skull's going to hit this one down to center field as the guy is running to the warning track, as he's going to try to catch that, and he will not do that, as that will be another home run for Matt Skull on the season, as that's going to be his third of the season, his first of the game, and that will put us up 3-0. Looks like they're pulling their pitcher, and they're going to put in Connor Gray in for Green, who really kind of seemed to struggle a little bit, as Mike Rodolfo will come into bat now, and hopefully he can prevent some runs, as Rodolfo's going to pop this one up, and just like that, the catcher will be there and will make the catch for the first out of the 6th inning.
Now batting, the catcher, Mercedes.
Alrighty. To bat now, we have Yerman Mercedes, who's going to swing and miss at that curveball there, as he's 1-2 on the day so far. He's scored 2 runs in his last 3 games, which is pretty solid. We really would like to see his bat kind of pick up a little bit, as we're kind of seeing this game, as he's 1 for 2, but he does have an 0-2 count right now. Connor Gray with the windup, and he's going to get Yerman Mercedes to hit this, and the center fielder will be there to make the catch for the second out of the 6th inning. To bat now, we have Damick Tomsha, who's been very solid this game, kind of overall. He's 1 for 2 to bat. He's going to swing at that fastball as he shouldn't have, and that will be a strike, and making it an 0-1 count. He's going to swing again at the same placed fastball, and that will be a strike, making it an 0-2 count. And he will foul this one off here, keeping it at an 0-2 count, and he will in fact be not swinging at that one, as that will be a fastball for a ball, and making it a 1-2 count. He will swing and miss at that slider, however, and that will end this 6th inning for the Barons, as they are now going to go on defense, as Connor Gray came in and took over and has been solid. Coming in is Cody Hewer. We saw him in 1 game. He has an ERA of 54, which he really just can't have. He's allowed 100% of his batters against right-handed batters a hit, as he's going to have a strike here. And that'll be a ball here. Hewer really kind of, we've only seen him in 1 game to this point. I was kind of wondering why, and I kind of remember why now. But it's good to just kind of get all of our pitchers involved, as this will be hit on over, and that will be greatly placed by the batter, and just like that, that'll be the first hit allowed by Cody Hewer. That'll be a strike here, so that was right on the line, so that could have been either way for us, but we will take the strike, and that'll be fouled off there, making it an 0-2 count. And he's going to get him to swing and miss there, as that's going to be a strikeout, and that will be Cody's first of the day, and that will definitely bring down that ERA of his down. And then an 0-1 count here. That's going to be another strike, and that's going to be an 0-2 count now, as he's quickly getting ahead of this batter, and that will be fouled off, keeping it an 0-2 count. And that'll be called a strike, and that'll be Cody's second strikeout of the day, and that as well will bring down that ERA. And that'll be a strike, as it looks like Cody wants 3 strikeouts here, as that's going to be another strike, and it's possible that that might actually very well happen, as this is going to be another strike, and that's going to be back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Cody Hewer, as that will be the final out of this 6th inning, as we're going into the 7th. to bat now, we have Tim Beckham, who struck out in his last at-bat, and he has a sac fly RBI already. He's going to swing at that high fastball, making it an 0-1 count. Tim Beckham's going to hit a little chopper here to the third baseman, and that will just be a routine play for an out. And that will be the first of the 7th inning.
The third baseman, number 7.
Up to bat now, we have Zach Remillard, who's 1 for 2 on the day so far. And he's been making some good plays out at third, as that will be a slider swung on and miss, and making it an 0-1 count. He's going to foul that one off, making it 0-2. And just like that, he is down in the count, and Connor Gray has control. That'll be a ball here, as this relief pitcher's really been throwing some gas against us, which I don't think we were really expecting, as it's now pitch number 15 for him, as that's going to be fouled off, keeping it at a 1-2 count. And he's going to swing and miss at that slider, as that will be a strikeout for Connor Gray. I believe that's his second or third of the day already. The bat, we have Ronald Escalona, who's not gotten a hit yet, but he's definitely looking. Oh, sorry, he did get a hit in his last at bat. He's going to get another one here, as that will bounce in, and the center fielder will stop it from becoming more than a single. The bat now, we have William Jang, who got a homer in his second at bat today, as they're going to try picking off Ronald Escalona, and they will not do that. As they're going to not get him there, as it looked like they were going to call him out, but he in fact stayed safe. And William Jang is going to take this pitch here, and that will be called a ball, and that will be called out, and that will finalize this top of the 7th inning. And that is just not what we wanted to see from Escalona. That will be cracked by Christian Robinson, and just like that, that's going to be a home run. And out of this park, as you can see it rolling towards that freeway, and that will make it a 3-1 lead for us. And this is exactly why Cody Hewer has that high ERAs, because he keeps allowing pitches like that to happen. And that will be hit on over to Tomsha at right, and that will be a base hit. Anthony Greer's up to bat now. He's 0 for 2 on the day so far. And he's definitely looking to turn that around, as he's going to look at a ball here, making it a 1-1 count. It's going to be swung on and missed, making it a 1-2 count, as it looks like Cody here is getting a little bit of control back, but his confidence is definitely pretty low. He's going to swing, and he's going to get it right past all of the defenders there, and that will be a base hit. It's now runners at first and second. Gally Cribbs Jr. is up to bat now, who's 1 for 2 on the day so far, and he's definitely got some runners in position, as he's going to hit this one out to Tomsha, and Tomsha will make the catch, as they're going to have the runners go to third, and he will get there, and that will be now runners at first and third. Kevin Merrill's up to bat now, as this will now be an 0-1 count that he's facing up against, and now it's 1-1. It's almost worth wondering if we should send down Cody here to Class A for a little bit to see if he can kind of turn around whatever he's got going on. That's going to be fouled off, and that will make it a 1-2 count, and that will be hit over to the first baseman, AJ Reid, who will make the catch, and he'll get a double play out of that, and that'll wrap up this inning, and that will be the final out of the 7th inning. They're putting in a new pitcher, Matt Brill, who is going to try to keep this to a 3-1 lead for this offense to come back in and start racking up some runs. William Jang's up to bat here, as he was at bat to finalize that last inning, but Escalona got caught stealing, and it was called an out, and he is still up at bat. And it's going to be a 1-1 count now as he swings and misses at that 97-mile-an-hour fastball. William Jang's going to let this slider go in, and that will be called a ball, as he is being very patient so far in this at bat. He's going to swing at this here, and that's going to go over towards right field, and that will be right in the gap as he's going to try and make a run for it here, and that will be a double as he's going to round around to third, and that will be a triple, and he will not be called out, and that will be the first triple for the team this season and his first triple. And that was just an all-around great hit, and he did not stop running. As that, I thought that was definitely a little bit more center than what it was, and nobody really kind of knew what the hell they were doing out there. And he definitely took advantage of that and got around to third, as now anything will get him in. AJ Reid's up to bat now. He's 0 for 3 on the day so far. As he's going to swing at this, and that will be line, and that'll be his first hit here, as William Jang will be running home now, and they will try to get it in there, and they will not, and he will get a run here, and that will be an RBI single for AJ Reid, his first hit of the day. Matt Skull's up to bat now, and he had a home run earlier in this game as well, and he's 1 for 3, and he definitely would like another one of those. He's going to foul that 96-mile-an-hour fastball out. And it's almost, I'm almost wondering why Matt Brill is down here if he can throw that hard. But maybe his control's a little bit of an issue, as this will be popped up, and that will be caught by the second baseman out there. And that will be the first out of this 8th inning. Real quick, before we take a look at Mike Rodolfo's at-bat, let's go ahead and get ready for Vince to come on in, start warming up Ian Hamilton. Mike Rodolfo is 1 for 3 on the day so far. Definitely had some good contact, and he's definitely been very patient at the plate as well, which has been very nice to see. And he's going to get a little chopper here that's going to go over the glove of the pitcher, and that will be an out, but Rodolfo will get in the in at the plate, and he will be credited for a hit there. Mierman Mercedes is up to check his swing there, and he will get a ball. Mierman Mercedes is going to pop this one up over to Christian Robinson, and the Generals will go back on offense. Incoming in, we have Vince Robio coming in, who's 1-1 on the season with a 2.7 ERA, and he's definitely turned around his pretty bad start, as this will be hit right in between Rodolfo and Tomsha, and that will hit against the wall. And Rodolfo's going to have to quickly throw this, as this is going to be rounded around to third. That'll be a triple for him here, as Carroll will get his first triple of the season. Tolia's going to look at a ball here, as he's 0 for 3 on the day so far, and he definitely has a chance to make this a 4-2 deficit rather than just a 4-1. He's going to look at a strike here, and he is definitely being very patient, only swings and misses at that, making it a 1-2 count. And that'll be called a ball here, making it a 2-2 count, as Vince Robio is definitely trying to get anything but a sac fly here, as that will be hit off of Remillard's glove, and he's going to try to make a play, and he won't, and that'll be an RBI single for Tolia. And just like that, we are now only up by 2. Hunter Bishop's up to bat now, as he's going to look at a fastball here that's called a ball, making it a 1-0 count. He's going to foul this one off here, and that will be a 1-1 count.
Count is 2-1.
Looking at a 2-1 count now. Robio's with the windup here, and he will get him to foul off here, making it a 2-2 count. And that will be a strikeout, Vince Robio's first of the day and the first out of this bottom of the 8th inning. That'll be hit well over to Tomsha, and he will prevent this from being anything more than just a single. And that'll now put a runner at first and second. Christian Robinson's up to bat now. He had a home run the last time we saw him, which was last inning. And he's definitely looking to keep that hot streak going. He's going to foul this one off here, making it an 0-2 count. And that'll be a ball here as Christian Robinson won't bite for it, and that will make it a 1-2 count. He's going to get him to swing and miss there, as that'll be a strikeout, the second out of this 8th inning. Margolio is up to bat now, so he's going to look at a ball there, and he's 1-0 in the count now. He's going to swing at this, and that'll be popped up towards Tomsha, who looks like he will make the catch out in right field, and that will turn a situation that could have gone very much worse for us into a one that's not so bad, as we're still up by 2 going into the top of the 9th. To bat, we have Damick Tomsha, the guy who just caught that ball to end the 8th inning, up to bat, as he's 1 for 3 on the day so far. So that'll definitely, surprisingly enough, bring down his average on the season so far. But still a pretty solid day. He's going to pop this one up, and that will land in fair play. And just like that, he's 2 for 4, and that will not bring down his average. If anything, that will actually bring it up slightly. And that will make him 2 for 4 on the day so far. Up to bat, we have Tim Beckham, who's 0 for 2 with an RBI today. Definitely wants to get an actual solid base hit on there, as he's going to let that slider get in there for a ball. Looking at a 1-0 count now. Tim Beckham's going to let that fastball go, and that will make it a 1-0 count. Or 2-0 count, sorry. He's going to swing at this one, and that's really well hit, as that looks like that'll possibly leave the park, and it will not do that, as Christian Robinson will make the catch out there, and that was caught out at the warning tracks. That was just a really skyrocketed hit, and we thought that was going to be a home run, and it was not. And Zach Remillard is going to hit this over to the third baseman, who dribbles the ball, and that will allow Zach to get to first base, and that will be credited an error and not a base hit. To bat now, we have Ronald Escalona, who's 2 for 4 on the day so far, and he's looking to possibly even go 3 for 5. Is going to swing at this, and that will be well hit, but Christian Robinson will be there to make the catch, forcing the runners to go back to second and first. To bat now, we have William Jang, who's got a home run and a triple and a walk in this game. So it's definitely been a very solid game for him, as he's going to hit this one well again, but yet again Christian Robinson will not be there, as this will allow a runner to come home, and we're going to have him coast into second, and just like that, we're taking a 5-2 lead, as that's going to be a double, an RBI double for William Jang, his first of the season. Up to bat now, we have AJ Reid, who's 1 for 4 on the day so far with a single and an RBI, as he is going to hit this one high and far, but this one will go foul, and it will be a strike, making it an 0-1 count. He's going to swing at that changeup there, as that will be a strike, making it an 0-2. AJ Reid definitely has a chance to put another runner in here, as he will foul that one off, keeping it an 0-2 count. With that opportunity to be able to have another runner score, that would greatly increase our chances of winning this game, as he will foul this one off yet again, and we will call a timeout here as we realize that there's going to be the 9th inning coming up. So we're going to have Schreiber warm up and scheduled to put him in the game and set Ian Hamilton down. Still an 0-2 count here as the past couple of pitches have been fouled off. And that will be a strikeout, and that will end this 9th inning, as now Jackson really needs to score 3 runs to at least tie this game. And William Jang has probably been like having the best performance of his career at any levels. He got a home run, a double, and a triple all in this game so far. All he needs is a single, but I doubt that that will happen, as that shouldn't have happened. Let's go ahead and put Hunter Schreiber in, who's had 4 appearances this game or in this season so far. His record is 1-0. He has 2 saves and 3 opportunities. He's played in 4 innings. His ERA is 2.25. So all around having a pretty decent season. Almost wonder if he might get the call up in the first batch, as he's going to throw a ball here. As that's very questionable, as that was inside the zone, but it will be another ball from him here, as it's going to be a 2-0 count. And that will be fouled off here, making it a 2-1 count. In this first call-up, we're definitely looking to send a pitcher and a batter, rather than 2 pitchers or 2 batters, whereas from there on it can be kind of just whoever, as this will be popped up and fouled, keeping it at a 2-2 count. And I plan on keeping that a monthly thing, so once a month where a break in our schedule happens. That's going to be a strikeout there, the first out of this 9th inning, which they do not need, as Gally Cribbs is going to come up to bat. We're going to be doing a monthly swap with the AAA team, sometimes even the AA, but it will more than likely be the AAA, as whenever there's a break in our schedule throughout the month, we'll do that, or whenever there's a break in the Knights schedule, they'll do that, as that's going to be bunted here. Zierman Mercedes is going to get that, and he'll throw him out there, and that will be the second out of the 9th inning, as Hunter Schreiber's in great position here to get another save. Kevin Merrill's up to bat here, as he's going to swing at that fastball there, and that will be an 0-1 count for him. And we are looking very good so far, and he will foul this one off, making it an 0-2, as he's down to his final strike, and the final strike of this game. He will swing and pop this one up, and Damek Tomsha will be out there, and he will make the catch, putting us at 6-1 on the season. Sorry, 7-1 on the season. No, sorry, I was right the first time. 6-1 on the season, and with that, we moved to 2-0 on the series, as this was just an all-around great game from us. I'd have to say the player of the game definitely goes to William Jang. As you see there, he's 3 for 5 with a home run and triple with an RBI double. Definitely one of the better performances from him, as Blake Battenfield is credited for the win here with 6 strikeouts, 16 on the season. On average, gets 8 a game, which is pretty incredible if you ask me. Hunter Schreiber gets credited with the save, and he had 1 strikeout in his performance. As William Jang, just 2 RBIs, just kind of just hitting really well, 3 for 5. That'll definitely up his average. I almost wonder if that can possibly be enough for him to get called up, but we will find out when that happens. Matt Skoll, 1 for 4 on the day, not so far, but 1 for 4 on the day, home run or RBI and a run. Mike Rodolfo for 1 for 4 with a run, and Zach Remillard with a 1 for 4 performance and a double. I'd really like to say that our defense is what won us this game, as Blake Battenfield did not allow a single run through the first 5 innings when we had gotten 2. So that kind of really closed the gap on them a little bit for scoring, which is really nice to see. I mean, Blake Battenfield's seemingly going to be a solid pitcher for a while, at least at our level, and that'll be really nice to see. Same with Hunter Schreiber. Cody Hewer had another really shaky performance, as he's definitely got to get that control under work and just kind of not have that high of an ERA, and we can go from there. But with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.